Welcome, geometry students, to the homework help video, page 276, numbers 11 through 30, and number 39, okay? Let's go ahead and get started with number 11. Number 11, here we go. Okay, number 11, the directions say to find the measure of angle A, okay? Find the measure of angle A. So here we go. We have angle is 42. 112 and 96. So add those up. And we get 250. Okay, now let's find the sum of all four interior angles. So we have a polygon with four sides. So the formula would be 180 n minus 2, like this. And so where the n is, we'll put a 4 because there's four sides. So we really have 180 times 2, 360. So all four of these angles added together has to equal 360. So we'll take 360 minus 250, and we will get 110 degrees for the missing angle. Okay, 110 degrees. All right, number 12. Okay, we have a 5-sided figure. So to find the sum of all of the interior angles, we're going to take 180, 5 minus 2, which is 180 times 3, which would be 540. So all five angles added together have to equal 540. So the four angles we have would be 155, 116, 72, and 148. So 21, carry your 2, 8, 15, 9, 491. So we'll take 540 minus 491, and we should get 48 degrees. Okay, so this missing angle right over here should be 49. That's my fault. 49 degrees. There we go. 49. And so this right here would be 49. So now if you add up all five angles, you will get 540 degrees like you're supposed to, okay? All right, number 13. Okay, we have 6 sides. So the sum of the interior angles would be 180. 6 minus 2. So 180 times 4 would be 720. So all 6 angles added together should equal 720. We have 106, 147, 125, 98, and 143. Let's add those up quickly. 26, 29, carry your 2, 6, 8, 17, 21, carry your 2, 30, 619. So we'll subtract out 619, and we should get 101 degrees. 101 for the missing angle right here. Okay. All right, number 14. Okay, we have 6 sides again. So a 6-sided polygon, just like we found over here, should have a sum of the interior angles should equal 720 degrees. Okay, 720. Let's add up the angles we have over here. 88, 142, 105, 136, and 136. So let's quickly add these up. We have 10, 15, 21, 27, 10, 14, 17, 20, 607. So we should get 113 degrees. Okay, for the missing angle, 113 degrees. Okay. All right, moving on to number 15. Okay, the directions for number 15. The directions for numbers 15 through 18 say to find how many sides the polygon has. Okay, so here we go. We are given the measure of an interior angle of a regular polygon. How many sides does the polygon have? Okay, students, this will be a pretty tough problem to solve, but here we go. We'll give this a shot, okay? Now, first of all, remember, this is one angle, okay? Now, it's one angle. It's one interior angle of a regular polygon. So I don't know how many sides I have, but I know this. Now think about this, guys. If I have the total number, let's say I have, I don't know, let's say I have a triangle, and I know that all the angles are congruent. I know I can take the total sum, 180, and divide it by what? 3, and that tells me each angle is 60 degrees, okay? Now, notice what I did is I took the total sum and I divided it by the number of sides that I have, okay? Now, for this problem here, I don't know how many sides I have, okay? So we're going to say that I have how many sides? N. Okay, we don't know. Now think of your formula. If I take 180 times n minus 2, that will give me the total number of the sum of the interior angles. Now if I take that and I divide it by the number of sides I have, that should give me 162. Let's go over that again, okay? This here gives me my total sum of all of my interior angles, okay? This, if I take that total of all the angles and divide it by how many angles I have, then I should get 162 degrees, okay? That should work. Now, remember this, guys, also, however many sides I have, that's also how many interior angles I have, okay? And that's also how many exterior angles I have, okay? So if I have n sides, I also have n interior angles. All right, now let's solve this, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. My denominator is n, so I'm going to multiply this side of the equation by n, okay? But if I multiply one side of the equation by n, I must multiply the other side by n also, okay? So if I multiply the side by n here, the n's cancel, leaving me with 180 n minus 2. And over here, 162 times n would be 162n, okay? Now let's go ahead and continue solving for n. Let's take our 180 here and let's multiply it through, okay? So 180 times n would be 180n, and 180 times negative 2 would be negative 360. Now bring your 162 over. No, bring your 180 over and make it negative. And you're left with negative 360 equals negative 18n. Now divide both sides by negative 18. And 20 equals n. So there we go, students. We know now that this polygon here has how many sides? It has 20 sides. Okay? Thus we know that it has 20 interior angles. It also has 20 exterior angles. Alright, let's try another one of these. These are pretty tough. Let's try three. Let's try three more of these, okay? Alright, number 16. Okay, students, once again, here we go. I don't know how many sides I have, so I'm going to say I have n sides, which would also mean I have n interior angles. Okay? Now, I'm going to take this. I'm going to say 180 times n minus 2 will give me my total angles added together. Okay? Then I'm going to divide that by how many angles I have. And how many angles do I have? N. The same as this. Right here, okay? So n. So if I take my total angles on the inside, divide it by how many angles I have on the inside, I should get 120. So here we go. Let's multiply both sides by n. So this would cancel here, leaving you with 180 times n minus 2. Over here I would have 120 times n, which is 120n. Okay? Now, take your 180 and multiply it through. So 180 times n is 180n. 180 times 2 is negative 360. Bring your 180 over, make it a negative 180. And we're left with negative 360 equals negative 60. Okay, divide both sides by negative 60. And 6 is how many sides you have, okay? So this problem here has six sides, thus it had 6 interior angles, okay? All right, number 17. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put that I have n sides. I don't know how many sides I have. And, and n interior angles. Okay, so there we go. Now, over here, I'm going to put 180 times n minus 2. Now, this here gives me my total sum of my interior angles. Now, I'm going to divide that by how many interior angles I have, which is n. And that should equal 160, okay? So I'm going to multiply both sides by n. And here we go. These n's cancel, leaving you with 180 times n minus 2. And 160 times n would be 160n. Now take your 180 and multiply it through. 180 times n would be 180n. 180 times 2 is negative 360. Bring the 180 over, make it a negative 180. And we're left with... Okay, guys, bring your 180 over, make it negative, and you're left with negative 360 equals negative 20. Now divide both sides by a negative 20, and you'll get 18 for n. Okay, so we have this polygon has 18 sides, and it also has 18 interior angles. Okay, all right, one more of these. Number 18. And here we go, number 18, guys. Okay, if I take 180 times n minus 2, that will give me my total sum of my interior angles. Now remember, I have n sides. I don't know how many sides I have, but if I have n sides, then I also have n interior angles. Okay? I don't know how many, so I take my total. This will give me my total sum of all my interior angles. I'm going to divide that by how many angles I have, and that should give me 165. Okay, so I'm going to multiply both sides by n to get rid of this fraction over here. These will cancel, leaving you with 180 times n minus 2 equals 165n. Now take your 180, distribute it through. 180 times n is 180n. 180 times negative 2 is negative 360. Equals 165. Bring your 180 over, make it a negative 180. And you're left with negative 360 equals negative 15n. Divide both sides by negative 15. And we will get 24, I believe. Yes, 24 is correct, okay? So we have 24 sides and 24 interior angles, okay? All right, moving on to numbers 19 through 22. Now the directions say you are given the measure of each interior angle of a regular polygon. How many sides does a polygon have? Okay. Now, remember, guys, always the exterior angles. Let me read the directions again. You're given the measure of one exterior angle. One. Okay? And so, students, you're given the measure of one exterior angle. Now, let's start with number 19 here. Look, guys, we know that the total of all the angles has to be 360. Okay, so we're going to take 360 and divide it by 45. Let me grab my calculator real quick here. 360 divided by 45 gives you 8. So we know there are how many exterior angles for number 19? There are 8 exterior angles. Well, remember, guys, the exterior angles equals the interior angles equals the number of sides. So if there's 8 exterior angles, then there's 8 sides for number 19. Okay, 8 sides. Let's take a look at number 20. Okay, we have 30 degrees. Okay, so we're going to take 360 because the exterior angles always add up to 360, always. We're going to take 360 and we're going to divide it by 30. Okay, and we're going to get 12. Alright, so we know there's 12 exterior angles. Thus, there's how many sides? 12 sides. Okay? Let's try another one here, number 21. Okay, we know we have 10 degrees, so we're going to take 360 and we're going to divide it by 10. Okay, and we'll get 36. So we know there are 36 exterior angles. Thus, there has to be how many sides? 36 sides. Okay? Alright, and then number 22. We have 72 degrees, so we're going to take 360, the total of my exterior angles, and divide it by 72. Okay, and if we do that correctly, we're going to get 5. Okay, so how many exterior angles are there? There's 5 exterior angles. Thus, there are 5 sides. There we go. Okay, moving on to numbers 23 through 26. Okay, students, the directions for 23 through 26 read, you were given the number of the sides of a regular polygon. Notice the word regular, they're regular polygons. Find the measure of each interior angle and each exterior angle. Okay, for number 9, we have 9 sides. So first of all, we know that all of the exterior angles for a 9-sided polygon is 360. Correct? It's always 360. So we divide that by 9 and we'll get 40. Okay, so each exterior angle equals 40 degrees. Now, let's talk about the interior angles. For a 9-sided polygon, we would take 180 times 9 minus 2. So 180 times 7, which is 0, 56, carry 5, 1260. So if you add up all 9 interior angles, you will get 1,260, but they want to know the measurement of one of those angles. So we're going to divide it by 9, and we get 160. Okay, so my one exterior angle is 40. My one interior angle is 360. Okay, and there we go, 40 and, oh, did I make a mistake here? Let's say, yeah, it'd be 140, sorry about that. 9 goes into this, 1's 36. It'd be 4 right here. 9 times 4 is 36. So 140. Okay, alright, number 24. Okay, well, first of all, guys, we know that the exterior angles always add up to 360. So we're going to take 360 and divide it by 7, and we will get 5, 1, let's see, 51.4. 51.4. So there's your one exterior angle. Okay? Now, for a 7-sided polygon, we're going to take 180 times 7 minus 2, which is 5. 180 times 5 is 900. So the total of the interior angles of a 7-sided convex polygon is 900. Now we have 7 interior angles, so we're going to divide by 7. 20 would be 2, 14, 60 would be 128.6 approximately. We're rounding here. So there's your one interior angle. Okay, moving on to number 25. Number 25. Okay, we have 16 sides. So first of all, we know if we add up all of the exterior angles, they're going to add up to 360. Okay, and we're going to divide that by 16 because there are 16 sides, thus there are 16 exterior angles. So 360 divided by 16 comes out to 22.5 exactly. Okay. Now let's find the sum of the interior angles. So 180 times 16 minus 2 would be 180 times 14. Alright, 180 times 14 would be 2,520. So students, there's the sum of all the interior angles. But if we have 16 sides, that means we have 16 interior angles. So we're going to take 2,520 divided by 16, and we'll get 157.5. Which are the two answers right here, these two answers. Okay, number 26. Okay, first of all, exterior angles, if you add up all of the exterior angles, you will get 360. And how many exterior angles do we have? 15. So we're going to take 360, and we're going to divide it by 15, and we're going to get 24, okay? So there's the degree of one exterior angle. Okay, now let's find the sum of the interior angles. So 180 times 15 minus 2, which is 13. So 180 times 13 is 2,340. Okay, so the sum of all the interior angles is 2,340. Now students, listen, if there's 15 sides, that means there's 15 interior angles. So I'm going to take 2,340 and divide it by 15. I'm going to get 156. So the measure of one exterior angle is 24 degrees. The measure of one interior angle is 156 degrees. And there the two answers are, okay? Okay, moving on to numbers 27 and 28. Okay, students, the directions for numbers 27 and 28 say you are shown part of a convex polygon. The pattern of the angles continues. So guys, we're going to have 120, then 168, then 120, then 168, and it's going to continue going around. The only problem is we don't know how many sides we have, okay? So we don't know how many times to put these angles going around. But here's what we do know. Now think about this. We know that the exterior angles, the sum of them has to add up to 360. So guys, look, if this is 120 and I extend this side right here, this angle here will be 60. Because a straight line has to equal 180 degrees. And so if this here is 120 from here to here, then this right here has to be 60 to give you a total of 180, okay? So this is 60 degrees right here. Now, if I extend this side here a little bit like this, from here to here is 168. So from here to here has to be 12, because 168 plus 12 is 180. So guys, listen, here's the deal. Are you ready? Watch this. For this angle here, I have an exterior angle of 60. For this angle here, I have an exterior angle of 12. Okay? So for this angle here, the exterior angle will be 60. For this exterior angle here, it'll be 12. And that's going to continue going around and around and around until I get up to what number? Well, when I add up all of my exterior angles, they should equal 360 degrees. So, with that in mind, I can just continue going round and around until I come up to 360 degrees. So I have 1260 plus 12, 60 plus 12 is 72. Plus 72 more would be 144. Okay, plus 72 more would be 216. Plus 72 more would be 288. Plus 72 more would be 360. So there it is. So how many 72s did I need? I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I needed 5 sets. Here's 1 72. Here's another 72. So I needed 5 sets of these. So I really have how many total angles all the way around? I have 10 angles. Now, if I have 10 angles, 10 exterior angles, how many sides do I have? 10. And And so the answer would be 10. Okay, the answer is 10. Let's try this one over here, guys, okay? Now look, the exterior angle for 158 would be 22 degrees. Because 158 plus 22, right here, 22 degrees would be 180. Okay, so this exterior angle here is 22 degrees. Now, here I have 142. Extend this side here. So this here would have to be 38, because from here to here is 142, and from here to here is 38, to give you a total of 180 all the way across, okay? So, this exterior angle here is 22, and this exterior angle here is 38 degrees. Okay? So, that means the exterior angle for this angle here would be 22, and the exterior angle for this angle here would be 38. Okay? So here we go. If we add these two together right here, I will get 60. Okay? So how many times am I going to have 60 until I get to 360? Well, 60 plus 60 is 120. Plus 60 more would be 180. Plus 60 more would be 240. Plus 60 more would be 300. Plus 60 more would be 360. So how many 60s did I need? I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every 60 is 2 angles. Okay? So if I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of 2, that means I had 12 exterior angles going all the way around. And if I have 12 exterior angles, that means I have 12 sides, okay? So not too bad, guys, really. If you think about it, it's not that bad, okay? All right, number 29. Number 29. Now, the directions say to find the measure of each angle. Now, guys, there's no way we can find the measure of each angle unless we first find the measure of angle X, okay? So how many sides do I have? Well, we have 5 sides, okay? So I'm going to find the sum of all of my interior angles. Okay, using this formula here, so 5 minus 2 is 3. 180 times 3 is 540. So if I add up all 5 of these angles, I will get 540 degrees. So I have x plus 20 is my first angle, plus x plus 40, plus x plus 60, plus x plus 80, plus x. So I took all 5 angles, I added them together, and when I add them together, they should equal 540. Okay, so here we go. X, 5 x's, plus 20 plus 40 is 60, plus 60 is 120, plus 80 is 200. Okay, subtract 200 from both sides, and I'm left with 340. Now divide both sides by 5. X equals 68. Okay, so here we go. This angle here would be 68. Here for this x, we'll put a 68. 68 plus 80 would be 148. So this angle here is 148. For this x here, I'll put a 68. 68 plus 60 would be 128. So this angle here is 128. Here I'll put a 68 right here. 68 plus 40 would be 108. So this angle here is 108. And here for this x, I'll put a 68. 68 plus 20 would be 88. So there's my angles: 88, 108, 128, 148, and 68. Okay? And it looks like that is correct. Yes. Okay, moving on to the last problem here. In this section, number 30. Number 30. Okay, students, in this problem here, we have 6 sides. So to find the sum of the interior angles, I would take 180 120 degrees. So I have y plus 36 plus y plus 72 plus y plus 90 plus y plus 18 equals 720 degrees. So I have 5 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we missed one, didn't we, guys? We missed one. Sorry about that. Y plus 54. I left this one off right here. Okay, here we go. So I have 6 y's plus, let's see, 54 plus 36 plus 72 plus 90 plus 18 equals 270. Okay, bring the 270 over and make it negative. And we're left with 6y equals 450. Now we'll divide both sides by 6, and we'll get 75. Okay? So y equals 75. So for this y here, I'll put a 75. 36 would be 111 degrees. Okay, this angle here is 111. Okay, here for y, I'll put 75, and I'll get 129 degrees. Okay, for this y here, I'm going to put 75. 75 plus 72 would be 147. So this angle here is 147 degrees. Here for y, I'm going to put 75. So we get 165 for this angle here. And of course, this angle here is just y. So this angle here would be 75 degrees. And then over here for y, I'll put 75. 75 plus 18 would be 93 degrees. So this angle here would be 93 degrees. Now let me check the answer key real quick and make sure we're right. 75, 93, 111, 129, 147, and 165. So yes, this is correct, okay? All right, moving on to number 39. Okay, here we go. For number 39, it says angle A is half of angle B. Okay, so what is the measure of angle A? Now, guys, look. Notice we have a four-sided polygon. Okay, so we know all of these angles together. This angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. When you add them together, has to equal 360, right? We know that because we have 180. There's 4 sides, so 4 minus 2 would give us 360. Okay, now guys, think about it. This is 90, this is 90. So I'm going to subtract out 90. I'm going to subtract out 90. And I'm left with 180. So these two angles here added together have to add up to 180. Okay? Now, you can just really look, you can look at your multiple choice answers here and make a really easy, quick assumption as to what your answer will be. Think about it, guys. Look, find the measure of angle A. Whatever A is, it's half of B. So if you put these two angles together, have to add up to what? 180. So, you know, it's not going to be 30 for A. If this is 30, this has to be 60, twice as big. And that does not add up to 180. It's not going to be 45. Because that would be 45. That'd be 90. They add up to 135. It's not going to be 50. Letter C, 50. If this is 50, this would be what right here? 100. Add those together, and you don't get 180. But here, we have a 60. This is the right answer. If you put a 60 here, then this has to be what right here? 120. Add those two together, and you get 180. Okay? All right, guys. I hope this homework help video has been a help to you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or email.